Now,
it's time to boogie, oogie, oogie because we made it through another week. And we've got a doozy of a show for you, including a How We Got Here segment featuring the truly unique early history of Manitowish waters. We'll get to that in a bit, but first, here's your top four at 4. Last night, Marathon Sheriff's deputies responded to a call at Days Inn in Rib Mountain of a woman with a gun. Deputies ended up firing at and wounding the woman. Deputies arrived to the hotel at around 4 p.m. yesterday. For the next 7 hours, they tried to resolve the situation peacefully. The woman reportedly pointed the gun at the deputies near midnight, and in response, they fired at her. Her injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening, and we'll have more on this story tonight at 6. The World Championship Snowmobile Derby has begun, the 58th annual. Here's some footage from earlier today. We will have live coverage tonight at 6 during the opening ceremony. After that will be Friday Night Thunder, which basically means a lot of racing action. The Rhinelander Area Chamber of Commerce reported its 2020 Buy Local campaigns were a success. Oneida County saw a 9.8% increase in collected sales tax compared to 2019. Local spending was certainly shown in December of 2020 as Oneida County saw a record in sales tax of over $480,000. In 2020, nearly $43,000 in Rhinelander Chamber bucks were sold, and that doubles the 2019 amount. I know it'll be hard for some of you to stay up till 10 tonight. Usually I'm in bed about 9 or 9:30, but our first winter Friday night plans should not be missed. Friday Night Blitz. We will have boys hockey, boys basketball, girls basketball from all around the Northwoods in north central Wisconsin. Griffin and Nate will have the highlights, some of which will be courtesy of me. I'll be filming a few games in Langlade County. And by the way, we will have coverage Saturday night for the Packer game. Chief, I jumped the gun there a little bit, but Chief Meteorologist Jeff Willer joins us now. Jeff, how are you doing?
Hey, Dan. Happy Friday. Well, I went grocery shopping earlier, and I was stopped a handful of times by people who said they were happy we did not get a lot of snow today. And, you know, I don't know. I kind of wanted some snow, at least more than an inch or two fell across the area. There's still a little bit of snow out there right now, but not a lot. We're talking maybe an additional ½ inch to an inch between tonight and this time tomorrow. So all in all, this thing kind of was a bust, right? Not much going on here at all. It's sitting and spinning over us right now. It's going to do that tonight into tomorrow before it finally gets out of here tomorrow evening. See it right there across the Madison area, kind of spinning across the atmosphere. It'll finally leave tomorrow evening and thus bring down some colder temperatures. So tomorrow we'll have high temperatures back up in the low 30s, followed by 20s in the forecast after that. And we're going to tug down some colder air over a wide open Lake Superior, meaning we could have some lake effect snow tomorrow. Most likely go Gibbet Range, Keweenaw Peninsula, but a couple of these could make it into Vilas County tomorrow evening into early parts of Sunday. And so future snowfall-wise looks like this, right? So across the area-wide, maybe a ½ inch or so going forward. And then the snowbelt areas here could see an inch or two between, say, tonight and Sunday afternoon. Again, not a lot of snow. Out there now, though, some flurries here in Rhinelander. A beautiful kind of winter scene here. But again, it's kind of foggy out there now with temperatures above freezing. Here we are in mid-January in cloudy skies with a northeast breeze at 5. Over in Wausau, 35 for you. So we're melting some snow there with a northwest breeze at 5 or 6, making it feel like 30. And here we go. Around the horn, it's 37 in Arborvitae right now, 35 in Wausau, 35 Wapaka. So a mixture of some light snow and flurries and some mist out there, too, that will linger into tonight as well. Looking ahead, then, your forecast this evening is for cloudy skies, some flurries, light snow, and some drizzle out there. Maybe some fog as well, with low temperatures down near 26. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
Furniture and Mattress USA in Antigo. We have the inventory and we know how to use it. Furniture and Mattress USA has the largest Lazy Boy comfort studio in the Northwoods. Don't order a recliner, buy a recliner and bring it home today. We have a large selection of mattress options in stock with more inventory arriving weekly. Extra soft to extra firm, we have the size and the style you're looking for. Don't order a mattress, buy a mattress and bring it home today. For furniture and mattresses, come to Furniture and Mattress USA in Antigo.
Welcome to Land O'Lakes, Serenity at the top of Wisconsin.
Stay with us at the Gateway Lodge in Land O'Lakes. Relax in our indoor pool, delicious dinners, and the coziest lounge in town. Come back to tradition at the historical Gateway Lodge.
Let 8th Street Auto show you how easy it is to buy quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs.
At 8th Street Auto, we believe in fair prices, superior service, and treating our customers the right way.
Our like-new used vehicles offer low mileage and all the features that you're looking for in your next ride.
We're here for you before, during, and after the sale, and you've got our word on that.
Stop in to see our great line of pre-owned vehicles or visit us at 8thstreetauto.com today.
Come on down to Wisconsin Rapids to get your deal of the day.
Lake of the Torches Resort Casino. You can count on us for all the hottest slots inside. Sun-dappled water outside. Enjoyment comes naturally here with abundant home-style foods, the most exciting promotions, and the new Lake Club that rewards you for playing. At Lake of the Torches Resort Casino, expect the best of everything every time you visit. Winning's more fun at the lake.
This month on Up North at 4, we will be kicking off our new How We Got Here series by asking local historians about the origins of where we live. And while we're at it, learn about where the names of Northwoods communities come from.
For that, right? But no.
Jeff, why is my promo airing right before we come back to my show?
That's the big debate right now. Is your microphone on? I think it fell into your shirt somewhere. Where'd it go? You there? Anyways, what we were talking about there was that our promo just aired, right? And that was the promo for your history series, right? Correct. Aired during this show, which, you know, seems kind of counterproductive. Is that right? Is that a right word for that?
That's fair.
All right, what'd you make for us here?
So let's introduce why we're actually here and not just talk about commercials. So I wanted to do something a little bit different today. We had a story earlier this week about chaga tea. Do you know anything about chaga, Jeff?
I don't, but our floor director, Joey, does.
That's right.
And he's, everything chaga he knows about.
Okay, so chaga, as I'm sure you know because you're an expert now, is from mushrooms from the forest. And a man, his last name is Crochelle in Vilas County, St. Germain. He collects chaga mushrooms and he makes them into tea. So I have some behind the desk here, Jeff, and I'd like us to try some.
Okay, so is this the same? Both Dan and I have chaga tea here, right?
Right. So there's supposed to be
the same? Is it different flavors?
No, it's the same. So I just reused the tea bag here.
Okay.
And the idea is there's a lot of antioxidants in chaga, and it's supposed to be pretty flavorful as well. So
I hear this often that tea is good for you. Is that a thing with the antioxidants? Do you know? Am I asking?
Well, I mean, it depends on the tea. You are not asking an expert, but do your own research on chaga.
What are you an expert in, anyways?
Well, I am an expert on funny videos, Jeff, and it's funny you mentioned that because I have something that's really gonna quack you up.
It's working. It's making me laugh. This is a natural laugh.
And you caught what I said, right?
Yeah,
quack you up. Okay, so let's let our tea steep a little bit longer. Okay. And I have one more video that I saw, Jeff, and I think you'll really appreciate this one. You're familiar with the Harry Potter franchise, and you remember kind of the tune. They have this main tune. So let's watch this amazing artist.
On the dryer? Or washer or dryer?
He's using dryer and washer buttons for the theme.
I hear it. He's doing well. Okay. This, like, how do you know this is a thing? You know what I mean? Like, how do you, like, look at your washer and dryer and say, you know, you didn't have that thought?
I'm assuming he just made a different combination for what he was trying to wash or dry, and it just, oh, that kind of sounded like the Harry Potter theme.
All right, you're putting honey in your chaga tea.
Right, I'm putting honey in there.
Do folks at home put honey in their tea?
I think it's pretty common, yeah. And I will say, you know, tea, for people who like tea and put a lot of honey in it, that's kind of cheating, because, I mean, honey tastes great.
You know who knows the answer to this question? Joey. Joey, do people put honey in their tea often?
All the time.
All the time, Joey says, our floor director. So, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it.
All right, I'll try it too. Here we go.
It's a little hot.
This is delightful.
Isn't it great?
Yeah. Yeah. I like this a lot.
I think we have some footage of Mr. Crochelle collecting the chaga, or at least he has some samples for us. So I've talked to him on the phone, really nice guy, and definitely something worth thinking about. I mean, we're all at home, we're all thinking about different ways to be healthy. So this could be one way.
So take me back. This guy lives in Vilas County.
Correct. And
he collects the chaga mushrooms.
Correct.
In his backyard.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he grows them. and then he makes tea out of it. So this is all local tea.
Local tea,
Where can people at home get this local tea?
I believe there's a phone number on the packaging right here. You can also look up Crochelle Chaga. By the way, this is all free. I just like the guy. I like the product.
Yeah, there's a number. So if we all call at once, we'll make his evening, right? Hopefully he'll answer.
Yeah.
In fact, here's my cell phone. I'm going to call right now.
Okay, Jeff, while you're doing that, I think we should probably go to commercial break because this probably isn't the best television for people at home. We are going to go to the history of Manitowish Waters, the early history, that is, in just a few minutes.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Here is the guest host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Welcome to Jeopardy! Sharing the stage with Alex Trebek was one of the greatest honors of my life. Like all Jeopardy fans, I miss Alex very much. And we can honor him by playing the game he loved.
The legendary run of Jeopardy continues.
I wanted to thank all of you for your kindness as I do my little part to keep the greatest quiz show in the world going.
Weekdays at 4:30, brought to you locally by North Star Mohican Casino Resort.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
The Newswatch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. NBC Newswatch 12. News from where you live.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. We are continuing our How We Got Here series with our first series name, What's in a Name? And today I am joined by Jim from the Manitowish Waters Historical Society. Jim, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Today we're going to be talking about the name Manitowish Waters, but I first want to just set the stage. So just tell us about the early history of the area and the community that we now know as Manitowish Waters.
Well, Manitowish Waters for thousands of years with the Ojibwe and other First Nation communities was Highway 51. Folks traveled on the rivers and the lakes, and we have strong Ojibwe seasonal communities right here on the chain. Through the treaty process, the chain's property began to transfer to initially logging companies. First, the River Drive logging companies that had an extensive camp right in downtown Manitowish Waters for the Mississippi River Logging Company, and then later for railroad logging that also took place throughout the area. As the loggers and the timber cruisers were assessing the land and harvesting the forest resources, certain pioneers began to call this place home. They were no longer the transient workers. And at that time, we have the development of our resort industry, guides, and a lot of great traditions. And it's starting about the 1880s, we see those guides, and by the 1890s, resorts starting to emerge in what is now Manitowish Waters, Wisconsin. But we went through quite an evolution in our identity in those early years.
All right, Jim. So we kind of have an identity forming right now. Like you said, pioneers are starting to settle down in the area. Let's bring us to the first name, seems like of many names, that Manitowish Waters went through.
Well, Manitowish Waters in the 1890s was part of the Lac du Flambeau Township. And that, again, goes back to those strong Ojibwa roots within our community, linked with the trade routes and Lac du Flambeau itself. Seasonal villages existed on certainly Rest Lake and Manitowish Lake that were affiliated with Lac du Flambeau. The community itself continued to develop for some time and began to prosper within the chain of lakes. And Lac du Flambeau and what is now Manitowish Waters is actually separated by a pretty significant swamp, which made travel between the two areas a little bit more difficult. And then there was a movement in 1927 to create a new township called Spider Lake. Spider Lake would be a 6 by 6 miles traditional township, and it was based right at the narrows between Manitowish Lake and Spider Lake as you travel on Highway 51 between Greer's Pier and the Blue Bayou. And that community sprung up, and it was formally established in 1928. It's interesting, though, the name Manitowish Waters was used as branding for the area starting in 1900 by some of those early pioneers and resort owners, particularly the Buck family, George Washington and Fayette Buck. They created two maps, one in 1900, one in 1905, that really branded the chain of lakes as Manitowish Waters. It went along with some of their other resorts up in what they called the Turtle Waters, which is now Winchester. But moving back to Manitowish Waters, we had an anomaly, a strange circumstance in that we didn't have a post office. And our post office officially was Manitowish, where the train came. We did not have our own train depot here, which makes us unique too. So ultimately, the idea was we needed to have our own post office and our own identity. And by 1939, we thought that Manitowish Waters would have to be adopted as our new name because there was already a Spider Lake, Wisconsin. So in 1939, they renamed our township and our community Manitowish Waters.
So there was going to be Spider Lake, but just because there was another Spider Lake, Wisconsin, they had to change it, and they went with Manitowish Waters, which I'm assuming is based on the name of the nearby lake. Can you tell me the origin of the word Manitowish?
Yeah, that's really a matter of some debate here within the community, and I'll give you a couple of citations that we have. First of all, there is a legend that is predominant that Manitowish, Manitou, there's no debate there, that means spirit, but the term wish, some believe that it was part of a Ojibwa chief who was a war chief that had a summer residence on Manitowish Lake. And indeed, there is an Ojibwa village on Manitowish Lake. Well, he was notorious for being troublesome, and they named it Manitowish. And the Manitowish chain, the Manitowish River, all those names started to appear in historic maps in about 1832 and were really quite consistent. But there are other sources for other interpretations for the name of Wish. One from the Wisconsin Historical Society means that it translates to lodge or animal lodge. That also is found on the Ojibwa People's Dictionary. It comes up with the same definition. Another definition that comes from the Wisconsin Historical Society says that wish means weasel or muskrat. So we have a little local legend, some stories, and some different sources that really lend itself to this debate.
So Manitou means spirit in Ojibwe, and it sounds like wish could have three possible definitions from what people understand. Or more, that's right. But the three common ones you mentioned would be wish, referring to kind of a notorious chief, or a lodge, or a muskrat / weasel. Is that right?
Correct.
Jim, anything else? We finally made it to Manitowish Waters in, was it 1927?
No, that was Spider Lake. We transitioned in 1939 from Spider Lake to Manitowish Waters.
Got it, 1939. We're finally here at Manitowish Waters. So thank you for bringing us on this journey. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
There are amazing stories associated with the community of Manitowish and Waters and the surrounding communities. And we invite folks to explore those on our websites and online, and to send us any questions they may have at the Manitowish Waters Historical Society.
All right, Jim, thank you so much for joining us on Up North at 4 in our How We Got Here series.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Terry and I'm from Phillips. I used to go on vacations with my wife Gail, but I couldn't go much over 2 hours and I'd have to stop and walk because my lower back would hurt so bad. So after my final treatment at Spinal Aid, I am pain-free and can't imagine the pain and agony that I went through prior to going.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Play your way. Dine your way. Stay your way. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Win your way.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
I gotta be honest, Jeff, I feel a little betrayed from you.
How come?
There was a history documentary filmed in 2016 about Newswatch 12, and you've never told me about it.
Oh, yeah, I've watched it several times.
You were in it?
In fact, for our, for our 50th anniversary.
Right.
I was in that promotion. It was like an hour-long video.
230,000 TV homes.
And how could you not
Well, I didn't know that you
I'm a huge...
were interested in something like this.
Well, here is just a snippet from it. I had no idea about this until last night. And I got the approval from our general manager to play this again on Up North at 4 coming up.
Oh, you make a series out of it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I think I'll cut it up a little bit, and we'll be able to air it on the show hopefully later this month.
Yeah, so this aired for our 50th anniversary a couple years ago. And so, yes, cut this up, and it's a very informative history lesson on WJFW and between things like how planes crashed into our tower. You know what I mean? There's all sorts of stuff.
We were WAEO before we were WJFW, and we were one of the first color broadcast programs
with like
in the country.
The 6th highest tower in the world.
Yeah.
And we're up here this way because our signal interfered with TMJ4 in Milwaukee.
Wow.
And there's all sorts of crazy cool things in there.
I had no idea about any of that stuff. Well, Jeff, we spent a lot of time talking about snow. That kind of came yesterday.
It did not. That was a bust.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
we'll recap
and
that.
I actually went out and went grocery shopping.
Oh.
We had to go.
Okay, yeah, we do have to go. We'll be right back.
Alyssa Liu goes back-to-back.
Two-time defending champion Alyssa Liu eyes a 3rd straight title, but their competition will be fierce at the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. Tonight, 8 Eastern on NBC.
Josh Allen and the Bills couldn't be hotter.
Look at this!
But to take the next step against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, they'll have to bottle lightning.
Touchdown!
The NFL Divisional Round. Ravens, Bills on NBC.
The modern farmhouse look is here to stay, and we have it for less at Slumberland Furniture. Start out with neutrals. Use a beige or light gray sofa as your base to build on. Next, mix and match metals and wood. Try adding contrast by using light with dark. Finally, add home-style pillows and unique farmhouse accessories. Play around and have fun. Get your current look for less at Slumberland Furniture.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
Menards has everything you need for your painting project. We have the best brands, best quality, and best prices, period, on paints from Pittsburgh. Choose your paint colors with confidence. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create over 2,000 color options. Grand Distinction is a paint and primer in one with a distinctively rich and beautiful color. A gallon is $30.98. Now, during Menards Project Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
All right, just about 20 seconds left here, Jeff. We didn't get the snow we were expecting.
We did not, nor will we for a while. So we're in a snow drought-ish across our area right now.
That is tough to hear, I gotta admit.
Yeah, it's good snowball snow though, right?
Yeah, well, it was easy to get off my car this morning as well. All right, we'll be back for you at News Watch 12 at 5 and 6.